Good morning, friends. This is Tanya, and she's at it again. I was not planning on doing a video, obviously. I'm not dressed to do a video. I don't have a microphone on. I just have my camera in my hand. But I'm doing something now that I kind of wanted to share with you, just in case there's people out there that go, I didn't even know that was that easy. It's that easy. I want to share it with you. So I'm going to turn the camera around so I can just show you what I'm doing here at the table. All right, so these are my little peat pots. I'm sitting out here. This is my desk. This is my view when I sit at my desk. These are my little peat pots right here, and I've soaked them with water. These are some that just had something in them earlier and just didn't make, so I saved them. I just put them aside, and they've been drying out. So got some water in it. They're soaking, and these are basil seeds. This is what I save my basil seeds in. Look at that whole thing of basils in there. That's a huge amount right there, but that's not even, that is not even probably a tenth of the basil seeds that I have, because I collect them all. I don't let them go to waste. So these are what basil seeds look like when they, let's see if I can get this in focus. Well, I'm trying. When they dry out on the plant, and then I've set these aside right here. These are just ones that I'm fixing to drop in the soil. So I'll bust one of those open in just a minute. I just want to show you how I'm doing this. So basically, you take it and drop it in. Did I even drop it in there? Because I can't see it. Okay, I'm going to grab this with my finger. You just put it on top of the soil like that. And I just take a toothpick and kind of tamp it down. Just make sure it's touching the soil. It really doesn't have to be covered with the potting mix. You just have to make sure it's coming in contact with it. So I want to show you what these look like on the inside. I wish I could focus this better. Let me see if I can. Here we go. Oops. All right, so if I break this open, I'm just going to crumble it with my fingers. See the little black seeds right there? There's usually about 4 or 5 of the seeds in there, and that's just the shell of it. But these little seeds, whoops, I'm having a hard time grabbing it. These are surgical tweezers. Okay, never mind. I'm not picking it up with that. I'm going to pick it up with my finger. All right, let me get my camera back to regular. I'm taking about 2 or 3 and putting in each one of these, because guess what? Once they sprout, they're pretty resilient, and you can take and separate them and put them in different pots, or just scatter them throughout your garden. They are so good. They're probably the best thing I've found to keep tomato hornworms off tomatoes. I just plant basil intermittently between all the tomato plants, and it keeps the tomato hornworms at bay. I've found very few tomato hornworms on my tomato plants when I have basil planted nearby. Plus, think about all the pesto you can make and the sandwiches. I have discovered that basil is so good on sandwiches. Every time I go to like a different country or something, they have these sandwiches, and they always have basil leaves, and I'm like, why can't I remember that? So in the summertime, load up on the basil. So these should sprout in just a few days, and then I transfer them to a flower pot or somewhere outside, and we have fresh basil growing, and it is prolific here, and it grows really well in the sun all summer long. And now you see how easy it is to plant basil. I wish I could remember to turn the camera back on and show you these when they start popping up out of the soil. But they're easy to distinguish because it looks like a capital letter D mirror image when the leaves sprout through the grass. So to keep, from identifying something else, thinking that's the basil, it just looks like, Okay, so if you have one leaf that looks like a backward D and another leaf that looks like a regular capital D, when the basil comes up, it looks like this. So you got the little stem like this, and this is what the leaves look like. So just not to mistake it for something else. So I want to show you what the basil looks like when it comes up, just so you can identify it. So this is when it gets a little bit bigger, but when it first comes through the ground, it looks like this. So it looks like kind of a capital letter D shape, and then a mirror image of that right there. This is when it gets a little bigger. These are zinnias, but here's a basil too, and they're so fragrant. There's no mistaking it. When you rub these leaves with your fingers like this and then smell the fragrance, it is just undeniably basil. So we got some right here. These are just planted in cinder blocks that outline my garden. All these are basils, and I can of course thin these out later on. That's a weed. That's a weed. We're gonna pick that out of there. But all these are basil, and like I said, they can be thinned out. But then we have a whole row of zinnias and basil going down. Talk about a last minute homemade video. I hope this has been helpful though. If you have somebody who has basil seeds, or just go to the store and get some, but know that you can save the seeds. When you grow the basil and it produces seeds, don't think, oh, well, they're spent, I'll just, throw it away, whatever. Don't throw them away. Keep them, save them. They last for years, actually. I probably had these for a couple of years, or maybe these are last year's. I don't know. Anyway, I hope this has helped. I look forward to sharing something again with you real soon. Have a good day.